Hello. Basically, right now I'm talking for the replay because it takes a minute for people to pop in here. So if you're seeing this on the replay, it means I forgot to cut it off because I keep forgetting to cut off the beginnings where there's nobody in. But I'm drinking some lemonade from um, um, Panera Bread. It's like my favorite lemonade. It's so good. It's sugary though, so I can't have it very often. But is anybody out there? Hello. Is there anybody out there? What's up, Terry? First one in, the boogeyman. I have a package actually to open from John, the boogeyman. And everybody wish him quick recovery. He just got done with surgery. So speedy recovery, my friend. I know what the pain's like. I had a very similar procedure a few months back. Hey, Elisa, Uncle Russman. How are you guys doing today? I think it's too far away. I need to move it closer so I can see it. Hey, Zethriel and Marianne. How are you guys? It's great to see you guys in the house. Can you guys hear me okay? You can see me, hear me. Is that all good? So give me thumbs up or something letting me know that you can sound that I sound okay and whatnot. Okay, good. I have rheumatoid arthritis, having broke back. Yeah, yeah, I know the pain. I deal with a lot of chronic pain myself. It's not fun. So, all right. Well, I'm glad you guys can see and hear me. I don't know why, but I couldn't get my last time I was able to use my phone as my camera, and it's just I like it because I can get 4K quality. It's like a much higher quality, but I don't know for whatever reason this time I can't get it set up. I can't get it to work. It doesn't want to sync up. So it's whatever. So if the quality isn't quite as good as normal, that's why. And is it not notifying any? YouTube is absolutely killing my channel or our channel, really, because it's all of us. But they're killing the channel today. They didn't share it. The video I dropped today for Netflix. Normally, Netflix. The whole reason I do Netflix videos is not that I like it's. This is the hardest list there is for me to make. It takes the most watching movies, research, and all that to try to come up with 10 on Netflix because they don't have a ton of movies. So, but the reason I do it is because they get really good views usually. And for whatever reason, YouTube is just not sharing the one I dropped today. And then so far, it looks like they're not really sharing this live either. So it is what it is. As long as the family, as long as you guys get notified, and that's what matters. Yeah, there's thousands of people that are signed up for notifications, but it's real hit and miss. Some days it shares it really well, and then other days it just doesn't share it at all. Looking forward to watching Mouse. Okay, that movie is very grim, so don't expect to have fun with it, but it'll affect you. It's a very dark, very jarring movie, but it's really, really, really good. So if you haven't seen Mouse on Netflix, I think it's probably the best hidden gem on this list that I put out today. It's the one that I think, like people probably haven't seen, and it's really, really good. So I got Bloody Disgusting pulled up, and we can see what news is going on today. See if there's any. I know Run Rabbit Run came out today on Netflix. Unfortunately, my list came out today, but I have to make it, almost 2 weeks in advance to get them done in time. So, unfortunately, but I plan to watch it, and if it's something that I think is impactful enough in one way or another, good or impactful or whatever, then I might do a full review on it. We'll see. So Jason Blum updates on Spawn movie. Nice. 2025 looks like the release date for Spawn. It's about time, man, that we get another Spawn movie, because I had fun with the one that came out years ago. Thank you so much, Boogeyman. Oh, that's a good reminder. So I am trying to raise money. I've got it we got enough people donating last week. The top 2 contributors. So I'm trying to go on a trip, or I am going to go on a trip at the end of July, down to see the Halloween 3 movie, Season of the Witch, the factory, the Silver Shamrock factory. It's a real place, but it's falling apart. It's crumbling down. I don't know how much longer it's going to be standing. They got fences around it now, and there's hopes that they'll redo it. But as of right now, it's in bad shape, and it could just, a bad earthquake or something, because it's in the Bay Area, sort of. I don't know. Something could happen, and it's just gone. So I really, really want to go there and see it. I've never seen it in person, so I'm trying to raise money so that I can go down there. Right now, I have enough money. You guys raised enough money the other day, to where I could probably go. I should be able to go. Welcome, Uncle Russman, new member. Hell yeah, new channel member. Welcome to the crew. But anyway, so I should have enough money with what was raised last week. Right now, the 2 top contributors, I'm not going to say the amounts because I don't know if they're comfortable with saying how much they donated. But right now, the 2 top contributors is Susan Gordetto and Leslie. So, yeah. So I have enough that I shouldn't have a problem being able to go and stay for like a night. But I'm real hopeful that I can still raise a little more, because I'd like to maybe stay a second night, because there's other locations. And I don't even know, it might even be possible to go to some of the Salem's Lot locations, because I believe they're not too far, that I could do both in the same trip. Or even just to spend more time at the Silver Shamrock locations, the Halloween 3 locations. It's just been a dream forever, and I've never gone anywhere. I've never traveled anywhere. But so the plan, in case you weren't here the other day when I was talking about it, is to go down there, do at least one live while I'm down there, and show you guys as much as I can, talk to people, would do whatever I can to show you guys. And then also film my weekly video. So the list, movie list, film that video, hopefully a Tubi list. Time wise, I'll be able to do like a Tubi list, because those do well, and it'll be integrated into that. So I'll shoot my list talking from that location, and then have a little bit of footage, the B-roll of the location, kind of interwoven into the top 10 list. It's the future of the channel. It's what I really want to start doing. I don't know how often, but I just think it'd be so much fun to do these field trips where I get to show you guys things. And as the channel gets bigger and more people know about it, I might have access to more things and just get to really experience some really cool stuff while I'm still recommending movies. So especially, I really want to go to locations for lesser known movies. You know, like I don't care about going, to the locations for like the big blockbusters, but like I'd like to show you guys where Christmas Bloody Christmas was filmed because it's up in Placerville, not too far from where I live. Like things like that, where there are lesser known movies. So I'm shining light on an independent movie, also getting to see these locations and have fun with that and something to show you guys, but then also just doing something different, So thank you so much, Uncle Russ. Hell yeah. So that we're at $20 towards the trip so far today. You guys are awesome, man. I appreciate seriously every single penny. You guys are, and I'm not exaggerating, you guys are literally changing my life, and it's incredible. But have you guys had this lemonade, the Panera lemonade, Panera bread lemonade? I'm serious. It is the best lemonade. It's so good. Like this is even watered down and it's still good. Unfortunately, it's too sugary, so I can't drink it very often. Generally, I'll go there and just drink their like sugarless, their sugar-free tea or diet soda or something. But I've been trying to eat better because I can't walk around. My doctor had kind of got bad news about my foot this week, which is another reason why I'm trying to do this trip, is because in case you don't know what's going on, I have an infection in my foot. And they're trying to stop the infection because I'm a diabetic. They're trying to stop the infection before it gets to the bone, because once there's a bone infection, they got to start cutting stuff, right? Well, it was healing pretty good because it's an open sore. Anyway, it was healing really well. And then this week when I saw him, he was kind of disappointed. He was like, "This is not looking good. It didn't really heal. If anything, it kind of went the other direction a little. And I really don't want to lose my foot. I really don't want to have it amputated. As much as people have joked and been like, you are the pirate, so get a peg leg. Like, yeah, it's a funny joke, but I don't really want to lose my foot, man. And it's not just that. It's like more when you're diabetic and insulin dependent like I am, everything adds up. And I just, but anyway, I'm not trying to be a downer. But so since I can't walk, because that's why it got worse, he said, you're walking too much. Even though I'm wearing the boot and I'm doing what he's telling me, he's like, you're walking too much. So I have to walk even less. Hell yeah. New member, Kel. I think, yeah, Kel Hoffman. Welcome to the crew. Anyway, so I can't really be doing walking. So I can't explore that way. So the one way that I can still explore is drive. And so I'm like, well, where are some things I could drive to, do limited limited walking and get to still see cool shit, show you guys cool stuff and still get, like, I don't know. And it's a lot of it's mental too. Cause when I don't go anywhere and I'm just stuck here, my depression, it just gets so bad. And then I am not as productive with the channel. And it's just, I don't want to be that guy. Like, that's not me. I want to be fun and, do some cool, fun stuff. So with your guys' help, hopefully at the end of the month, I was pricing out Airbnbs and hotels and stuff, and it looks like they're about $100 a night. So I'm pretty close. Like if I can raise another 100 or two, I should be no problem being able to go down there and stay like 2 nights, which is all I think I need. I don't really care about trying to stay more than a night or two. So we're almost there. But today's the last day where the donations that you send, you can always donate through PayPal and Venmo, and I'll get those instantly, and they take almost nothing from them. But if you donate here on YouTube, which I appreciate massively, I don't get it for a month. I don't get it till like the next paycheck. So today's the last day as far as anything you guys donate on the channel. That'll go to my next check, if that makes sense. And that's the check at the end of July. That's the one where I'm going to take that check and go do this trip. So I'm thinking around the 24th, maybe 23rd, 24th is when I'm thinking about going down there. So if you guys know anyone down there, that would be cool too. It's in Ferndale, California. It's near Ferndale, California. But if you guys, anybody knows anybody down there and can kind of point me in some good hotel directions, or I kind of rather stay Airbnb. I love hotels. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, a nice hotel is cool. Although I haven't really stayed in very many nice ones, but I'd rather stay at Airbnb because I feel like you really get to experience the place and you generally interact with at least some people a little bit with that, which, once again, kind of connects you more to that location. So when I travel, I like to always go to where did local people eat? Where do the local people live? Like, that's how I feel like you can really learn a city, is by doing that. If you just go to the big commercial hotel and you just eat at Denny's, you know what I mean? Like, you're not experiencing the location. You're not experiencing any of the culture and the personality that that place has. So anyway, I'm rambling. I'm just really excited because I didn't know if it would be something that could happen. And now I'm at a point where I should be able to do this trip. Now it's just a matter of, how well do I get to eat on the trip? And, do I get to stay a second night, which is the goal. Because if I could stay 2 nights, that would be great. And then if I get to have a little extra money for food, then we can go on some foodie kind of things too. I could show you guys maybe some cool food or some cool, I don't know. I love food too. So anyway, so let's see some more of this news over here on Bloody Disgusting. The Losers Club, just after sunset. Man, there's not a lot of news. So any of you guys looking forward to the last drive-in tonight with Joe, Bob, and Darcy? It's like it should be on tonight, right? What are you guys saying in the chat? Anybody got any questions? If you have a question for me, it's hard for me to keep track of all the comments. So write question at the beginning of your comment and then write your question so that way I can quickly see them and get to as many questions as, like I want to be able to answer any question anybody has. I'm happy to change your life, but you'll have to change your own socks. Man, I have so many horror socks. Like, these are the ones I'm wearing today. Which I don't even know which ones I have on. But look. Oh, these aren't even horror. They're just fun ones. The one day I'm not wearing horror socks. I'm just wearing fun ones. But I have so many pairs. Hold on. I'm going to switch it up. All right, so I just reached in there and happened to grab probably my favorite pair. It's Phantasm. So I'm changing my socks because I should say sock because the other foot is in the sleeve thing because of the injury. So I can't really wear 2 socks right now. But I can't do a live stream without horror socks on. That's just bullshit. But I literally have a couple hundred. I think I'm at like 200 pairs of horror socks. In 2020, when I had nothing to do, nowhere to go, nothing going on, I ended up starting this obsession of buying horror socks because I had money because of unemployment kind of thing. And it was actually more money than I was normally making at the time. So, hell yeah. Welcome back to the crew, Elsa. Because you were a member before, right? Or Alyssa. Yeah, it's Alyssa. I'm sorry. Yeah, Leslie bought a shirt today, and it's cool because I don't have like this huge amount of money to invest and get shirts made. So I got to go through Teesprings, which is like a company that makes whatever shirts I want, designs or whatever, and then I get a portion of it. I think it's like half. I get half or something like that. I get a chunk of whatever they get for the shirts. But they make them to my specs or whatever. But so I'm always nervous that when people get the merchandise, the shirts, the sweatshirts, or whatever, that they're going to be nice enough and people will be happy and not think I'm ripping them off, because I really don't want to rip people off, especially when I'm not really charging that much. Like, I only get like a small amount, so because I don't even think it's half. But anyway, So when Leslie got his shirt today and put a picture up on the Ghost Pirate Facebook group, she looks great in it, and it actually looks really good. So she's happy with it, and that makes me makes me relieved and feel very happy. I've had a number of people buy stuff, and I personally have ordered a few things, but like I said, when I'm going through a secondary company, so I'm always worried when people buy stuff. But I have a package here from the Boogeyman or John Wolfe. So let's open that up. He said he was going to send me some posters, which I adore. I love posters, man. I can never have too many. And I actually prefer older posters. Like, it doesn't even matter if they're all perfect shape. Like, it just adds character. I just think it's fun. So we got this tube right here. So let's pull these out, and then we'll go through it together. All right. So, looks like he sent a letter. So let's read that first. Boogeyman, are you here? Oh, there you are. Okay, good. Everybody, make sure you wish health and healing to the Boogeyman, because he just had surgery. I think it was yesterday. Very similar surgery to what I had, the pain stimulator one, and it's excruciating for the first few days. So please wish him some luck, send him some good positive energy. All right, so this is a letter from him, and I really, really suck at reading, so please, it's hard for me to see, and my dyslexia or whatever, so please, I apologize ahead of time. Forgive me for my staggered reading. Okay, here are the posters we were talking about. I hope you get some enjoyment from them. They have just been sitting in my closet. When I find the rest, I will let you know. I hope your foot and leg gets better soon. I can't tell. It's something hearing you talk, just how much it's funny to hear you talk, just how much we have in common. When I watched your new Tubi list, The Exorcist 3 is my favorite of the series too. I have really enjoyed talking to you on Facebook Messenger, and I hope you have fun at the Rocky Horror Show, which was last weekend, and I did. It was amazing. I look forward to the live stream from there. Your friend, the Boogeyman, John Wolfe. Hell yeah. Thank you so much, man. I'm going to keep this. All right, so let's see these goodies. So it looks like there's a couple here, so we'll kind of go one at a time. I'll try to show you guys the best I can. It looks like they're different sizes, so this is really cool. Holy shit, man. Dude, these are so cool. And like the age on them is great because they got like these wrinkles and creases. They just make it. But look at that. How cool is that? That's so sick. So yeah, you got Alyssa, you got hacked, right? What's up, Vanity? My son is 20? I think he turns 28 this year. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he turns 28 this year. Unfortunately, it's kind of a weird thing. I love him like my son, but he's technically my stepson from my marriage way, way, way back. He was like 3 years old when we got married. But I don't know how much he sees me as a dad. Like I don't hardly ever hear from him. It really sucks. I mean, he calls me dad, but I like hardly ever hear from him anymore, and it bums me out. Look at this. Dude, The Fog is like one of my all-time favorite movies. This is so fucking rad. And like these are pretty old too. I don't know from what era, but like they're pretty fragile. All right, now these ones are a little bit bigger. Oh my god, dude. This is so cool. Look at this, guys. I've been wanting a creature in the I really have been wanting these classic posters. Like these are my favorite kind of posters. You know, like there are replicas, of course. The originals would disintegrate, but like I love the classics, man. The Universal Classics. This is incredible. This is definitely going up. I think this is actually going to go up on the set. I think that'll be the next one that goes up there because that is so fucking rad. Oh, look at this Critters one, guys. Ah. Can you see that? Look at that. I don't know if there's any fans of Critters out there, but that is so cool. And there's like tons of detail in it too. It's hard to see with the light, but look at this. And this one's like really stout, sturdy, like almost cardboard material. And then here's the last one. Oh, it's another Critters one. Look at this one. Holy shit. I don't know which one I like better. Those are both so sick. Here, can you guys see that? Sorry, trying to get it to where the light isn't glaring off of it and you can actually get a good look at it. Yeah, I think it's kind of impossible with the glare to really get a good look. Oh, there we go. That's a little better on angle it. It's so rad. Thank you so much, John. Seriously, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Like, it always feels like Christmas anytime you guys send me stuff. It's so exciting. Like, I work my butt off to try to make this content on this channel and do the best I can, but you guys are what really makes your guys are what really matters on this. You know, you guys are really what are taking it to the next level. I'm not worthy. Like the whole Wayne's World, you know, I'm not worthy, or we're not worthy. That's how I feel a lot of times with you guys. Like, you just blow me away. We love you no matter what you read. I know my reading's shitty, but it was also like John's handwriting looks very similar to mine, so it's also not the easiest to read handwriting. So, not trying to throw him under the bus, but I also I'm not that illiterate. So a little combination of both. That shirt is dope. Thank you. Yeah, I just found this the other day. I forget where I got it. I get a lot of my stuff at thrift stores, but I think I actually found this at Old Navy. I don't know. I'm always on the lookout for any shirts that are fun because the shirts help me kind of stay positive, stay up. And, you know, like I get a lot of people, or not a lot, but I get some people on the channel commenting and talking shit about my clothes, and like like saying stuff like, you know, you try too hard, bro, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, you don't understand. I don't do this because I'm trying to show off. I don't dress this way, or like none of it is just so that I'm like, who, look at me. That's not me. I wear this kind of clothes. I literally dressed. This is what I was wearing when I went to Panera. Like, it's not like I dress up like this just for the channel or whatever. This is just how I dress. And there's a method to the madness. Like a friend of mine, a really good friend of mine, my ex, she taught me these things that are called happy bombs, where You do these little things on purpose, especially when you're in a good headspace, so that when you're not in a good headspace, those things help to keep you positive and help to keep you motivated and help you keep, you happy, feeling it up. Like they're just these little happy bombs. So like my socks are one of those. It's why I buy those fun horror socks, is that every now and then if I'm feeling down, I look down and I see those fun socks. It helps to like perk me up. And the same with my shirts, because it's really easy to take drugs or drink or eat food or to have these vices and lean towards those when you're feeling down or you're feeling lonely or depressed or whatever. And like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I struggle just like everybody else with food, not drugs. Like I don't do anything. I don't even smoke weed or nothing. And I don't really drink at all either, but that's because of my diabetes. But food is my vice, like sweets, like ice cream, candy, like all of that's my drug. So I struggle with that too, but I've just learned by doing these things, it helps. It isn't like it doesn't fix everything, but it helps. Yes, depression is a bitch. Um, and mine isn't so much depression, it's just loneliness. Like, and so the feeling lonely sometimes will kind of roll over into feeling depressed. It sucks, but like I used to be like such a social person before 2020, every single day seeing, I mean, a whole entire classroom of kids. I would teach art every afternoon, 5 days a week, for a couple hours. So every day I'd see those kids. And then I was in a relationship for a long time, so I saw her. I've been in a couple long-term relationships. This is the first time and the longest of my adult life that I've been single. I've been single since 2020, and I haven't really dated anybody, to be honest, like without sounding like a loser. I don't know, go out to bars. I don't go out to clubs, so I don't even know how. And I tried the whole online dating thing a little, but it was constantly like scammers. And like, it cracks me up when people, like these girls, will like try to like act like they're interested, but their profile picture is of a fucking porn star. And you're like, dude, bitch, like, you don't think I recognize that porn star? Like, come on. Like, I'm a red-blooded, person. Whatever. Like, I watch my share of porn. I'm not addicted to porn, but yes, I watch some porn. So of course I'm gonna recognize you. You're not even like going for like a really like little known porn star. Like, this is a super well-known porn star, and like that shit cracks me up. Call them out. I'm like, what are you doing? But yeah, so the online dating thing is just nuts. Like, it just ends up always just being a scam. It's either someone trying to catfish you, so like more of a long game, or it's someone that has an only page and are just trying to get you. And I'm like, dude, I'm not looking to get off. Like, I'm not desperate to get laid, dude. I'm in my 40s. Like, it's more of companionship. Like, I'd love to make a friend first and then go from there. Like that. I'm not just, anyway, probably getting too personal with you guys, but yeah, I'm not a huge brand new clothes guy at all. Like, I mostly go to thrift stores. It's just, if I'm out and about and I happen to see somewhere doing like a big sale, or it's a shirt in particular, like in this case, something that just catches my eye. I don't care if it's new or used or whatever, I'll buy it. But when I go clothes shopping, I always go to thrift stores. I always go to thrift stores. It bums me out because in the Sacramento area where I live now, we used to have a bunch of different thrift stores, but now we're just pretty much down to just Goodwill. And it's just not the same. Like, you don't find as much unique, strange stuff because Goodwill, like, goes through and it's like, oh, nobody's going to want this. And then they way overprice stuff, like crazy prices on some stuff that you're like, what are you doing, dude? Like, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Goodwill. On top of that, like the whole act of like bunch of money going to charity and stuff, like it's basically a scam. Like, if you get a chance to look into it, like, I recommend it. But when you're in the Sac area, there's pretty much nothing else. Like, there's almost no other thrift stores unless they're these stinky, tiny little weird ones. But yeah, it's not so much hard to find friends because I'm older. It's just after 2020, I found myself super antisocial. And then with all my medical problems, I can't really get out and go anywhere. And then on top of all of that, I completely switched my circle and switched what I was doing because I was an artist. So I had tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of friends that were in the art world. And just like when I was in music. But then when I started doing this, I was always feeling just strange and uncomfortable because I felt all the time like they were like, what are you doing with your, you're not doing your art. Like, what's going on? And then I would try to explain to them the problems with my hands and that I just can't really make art now. And they're like, oh yeah, so what are you up to? And I tell them the YouTube, and they were always just like acting like YouTube wasn't a respectable thing. And it just, and like, oh, horror movies, like it's like a junk food thing, and just not respecting me because it's probably no secret to most people, but artists in the art world are a lot of snooty kind of, there's a little bit of like that with, I'm not saying everybody, there's still a lot of amazing people in the art world. I'm just saying there is quite a bit of this like kind of better than you sort of thing in the art world. Anyway, so I just felt more and more uncomfortable. And then because of 2022, you couldn't get out and see people. So that whole group of friends, that it just basically faded away. And so then when finally the world opened up again, I was like, okay, here I am, like, now what? I got this new passion, this YouTube and the horror community, but there isn't really a huge horror kind of thing here. I'm trying to go to some of these things. That's why I went to the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I went to Sinister Creature Con, and like by going to those kind of things, I'm hoping to start meeting some people. Like I met a few people at Sinister Creature Con. Just going to the different horror things that we do have here in the area. But it's also part of why I want to start traveling too, is so that I can, meet a lot of you guys and start putting faces to names sort of thing, and so just have a bigger friend group because of that too. No begging dudes? I don't get it. Oh yeah, you don't need guys to buy your shit. Yeah, okay, I get what Leslie's saying. We had two Salvation. Yeah, we don't even have any Salvation Armies here anymore. I'm older than your boots. Or to Value Village, and they always sift through. Is that in like South Sac? Because isn't there like I think there's something like that. I'm in addiction recovery. God bless any of the. Luckily, I never got super deep into drugs. I was a heavy smoker, and so quitting smoking cigarettes, like I was smoking 3 packs a day. That was my biggest thing I had to battle as far as addiction. And then, of course, I still battle sweets, which is just as deadly of an addiction as any other drug. I also was heavily addicted to methadone because Kaiser was giving me that to deal with my pain for years and years and years. And then they decided, hey, we're not going to give it to you anymore, which is, and hindsight, I'm glad they did it because I'm glad I'm off of it. But that was the hardest thing to overcome. Like I went through withdrawals. I was so sick. And I found out after the fact that it's very similar to a heroin addiction, coming off a heroin addiction. I'm like, oh, thanks, guys. Fucking dicks. Question. Okay. Weird question. I suppose. Do you like Seinfeld? I love Seinfeld. I grew up with Seinfeld. Of course I love Seinfeld. Like I was definitely more of a Seinfeld guy than I was a Friends guy. Like I still am. I mean, of course I've watched Friends, but I was never like a big fan of it. But Seinfeld, man, and I'm not like an obsessed fan. Like I couldn't tell you every little scene or whatever, but I'm pretty sure I've watched every episode, and it's a comfort food show at this point. I've also watched Seinfeld's show on Netflix, which is really good if you haven't ever seen it, but I think it's called Cars and Coffee. It's so fun to watch him drive around with these different famous people because they just are normal. They act like just normal people. It doesn't feel like super celebrity kind of bullshit. And they just have some really interesting conversations. It's really, really good. But I love weird questions. So hit me with some more weird ones, unique ones. Like they don't have to be horror related. Yeah, congratulations on your sobriety, dude. It takes out a lot of people, man. Like I've been I haven't smoked a cigarette in what is it, 4 years now? Yes, congrats to everybody that's recovering. I can only imagine. Yeah, cigarettes are insane. Like they're so hard. And you can quit it. If I could quit it, addicted to it, like to the point where I literally smoked 3 packs a day, and I'm not exaggerating. Um, you can do it, but it's it's fucking so hard. Let's see. Also, my wife and funny. Love me some Seinfeld. Yeah, more realistic. Yeah, I mean, I just never like. There's literally like not even any people, ethnic people, pretty much at all on Friends. It just never felt like a real world that I could, at least I could ever identify with. Like I always grew up in urban areas where it didn't matter what color your skin was. Like I just knew people of all different races, religions, like whatever. If you grow up in bigger cities and urban areas, that's reality. And so I just never could connect or identify with Friends whatsoever. Oh, I've seen that, Joe. The Lego Seinfeld house. Yeah, that's so dope. I just signed up to film a horror short film in Seattle. That's a throwback to the 70s and 80s classic effects movies. I play a real sick bastard. It's called Splatter. Dude, that's fucking cool. I really want to go to a set of, like, if anybody's filming anything and it's possible that it's either close to where I'm at or can pay for me to travel to them, I'll gladly cover your film so that I can experience what it's like to be behind the scenes on a set, and in exchange, put you on the channel. Like I think that would be super fun and informative to everybody that watches this channel. Kanan, question: what's your favorite flavor of ice cream? And don't say chocolate just because it's um. I just got that. My favorite flavor. I don't know. I think I love ice cream. Okay, I'm a fat kid, dude. But I'm pretty sure I would say my favorite flavor is Ben and Jerry's Toffee Bar. Was it? It's Toffee Bar Crunch. It has literal chunks of Heath in it, and then it's coffee ice cream with like fudge and caramel swirls through it. It's so fucking good. Oh, I love it. So it's kind of not. It's kind of chocolatey coffee, basically. It's so good. I love it. And like I thought everybody could find it wherever they were, but Amanda, who's I was in the chat, I saw her recently. She tried to find it because I sent her a picture of it. I was like, "This is my favorite ice cream" a while back, and she couldn't find it anywhere at her store. So I guess it's a little bit more of a West Coast flavor of Ben and Jerry's, but it's so fucking good. If you can find it, it is the fucking best. Yeah, I love anything caramel. My favorite ice cream thing though is near me. There's a place called Leatherby's, and it's literally family owned, like homemade fucking ice cream. It's incredible. But they have this big ass fucking sundae that's just vanilla ice cream with their homemade caramel on it, and tons and tons of whipped cream and cherry, and then a bunch of pecans. And it's simple, but their caramel is the best fucking caramel I've ever had, no matter where I've gone, because it's homemade and it's just and now I really badly want to go there, but I've been trying so bad to not get desserts. Like I have my yogurt and graham crackers, that and some strawberries. That has been my dessert for the last week or so because I can't get any exercise walking and stuff, and I'm already a lot heavier than I'm comfortable being right now. So I'm trying my best to not eat sweets, but man, I do want ice cream. Cannon, question: top 3 favorite colors. My wife needs to know. Um, Man, that's rough. Top 3. It's so hard because my colors have a lot to do with the mood that I'm in. And then it also has to do with like the combination of whatever they're juxtaposed with. Because, I did art for so long, like the color wheel stuff always. Um, so I'm trying to think of my favorite color combination. And it'd probably be like the channel colors, you know what I mean? So because that's why I made the logo of these colors. So black, this bloodish red color, and white. And then of course like some grays or whatever. But yeah, I mean I would say that's probably my favorite color combination. Although I absolutely love like reds and purples, like what you see behind me with some blues and stuff. I just love color. Like I don't think you can go wrong, to be honest, when it comes to me and colors. Like I just I love I just love color. I do like. I mean, I haven't made any art really at all since 2020. Like my hands started really fucking up. Like I can't really bend. I can't bend this finger much at all. Like they're just fucked up. Like I can't grip anything. Um, but I make or did make modern art. So if you go to Kanan Becker at Instagram, here, fuck it. I'll show you right now what kind of art I make. Here, we'll go together and oh, what? Hold on, my stupid. Wonder if we're not getting that good of a connection right now. I'm trying to show you guys my art. But Instagram is being a pain in the ass. What are you doing, dude? Come on, Instagram. Okay, I don't think I even need to go to it. So here we go. So can you guys see? This is really pissing me off. I don't know why it's not cooperating. What? Oh, you're being annoying. Oh, it's not letting me log in. All right, the old tried and true. Just simply go Type my name into Google. So this is me and my art. This is one I made. It's one of towards the end, one of the last ones I ever made. And this one too. Like these are some of the last pieces I ever made. This one was in the museum here in Sacramento for a while. And then someone bought it. So I don't know what happened to it. And this one is in my living room, or say my sister's living room, because I live with my sister. This one is one I made right when the pandemic was hitting and everybody was freaking out over toilet paper and stuff. That's when I made this one. This is a young version of me when I first started doing art like 15 years ago. But then I also did a lot of paintings and stuff too. So like abstract and oil. See, like this is something I did in acrylic. And this is one I did in acrylic. And then like this one is acrylics, mixed media. It's a combination. Do you have all my art is for sale? Like what's left? Like I still have quite a few of these, especially ones because I sold a ton of prints. Like prints, like most artists, you sell mostly prints. But then there's some originals I've sold. Like this, I sold to a collector. That one is sold. So it just depends. You know, but a lot of them are still in storage. Like that one's in storage. That one's a really big one. I think that one's still in storage. Like, yeah, a lot of these are still in storage, but some are sold. Like this one I sold. So, but yeah, all my art is for sale. Just the best place to go look is on Instagram and just message me. So just look up my name, Kanan Becker, on Instagram, and you'll see my art page. But yeah, like, so if you are interested in any of my art, just hit me up, you know. And I can make prints and, you know. Thank you very much. Yeah, my hope is to one day be able to go back and start doing some art again. Like right now I'm dealing with my feet. But then after my foot hopefully is better and all of that, then I'm going to start on my hands, and because I've already had 3 surgeries on this hand, and even though it doesn't work great, I can at least close it mostly, you know, and that's years, you know, a couple years now of therapy and whatever too. But this one is all kinds of junk because like not only does it, you can see that it doesn't close all the way, but it's so painful. And so like the more I use it, the more it hurts. So that's why I do all my editing on my phone, because I can just do it like this with my thumbs. And then I can send everything over to the computer and finalize and do anything there. But the rough, like all the raw footage, I edit on my phone. And a lot of people are blown away. They're like, there's no way you make your channel just with your phone. I'm like, yeah, I do. It wasn't until, you know, a few months or maybe a year ago now that I got the laptop, the MacBook, and started doing some stuff like the audio and stuff like that through that. But even still, the most stuff I do on the channel is with my phone. Let's see. Question from James and Rebecca Edwards. Who inspired you in art, if any? Your art is very cool, abstract, surreal. I'm super inspired by a lot of artists, but like Jean-Michel Basquiat, yeah, Joan Miro is amazing. Jean-Michel Basquiat was very inspirational to me. I haven't talked to her in a long time, so my brain isn't like in that world these days. But I love Francis Bacon. Of course, Picasso and Dali, but that's more like when I first started getting into art and learning their stuff. But I pretty much love all modern artists. But there's a couple that are like my biggest, but I'm just blanking on their names right now. Damn it. If it comes to my brain, I'll let you know. But there's a couple really like predominant influences, but like I said, I haven't talked art in a couple years now, really. So I just don't think about it. And so the names kind of just go into an old cabinet in the back of the brain because all the horror has taken up the front of the brain. If that makes sense. Thank you guys. Yeah, it's a combination of carpal tunnel and then also neuropathy from my diabetes. So like the combination of the two has caused triggers. So like if I try to close my fingers all the way, some of them will snap and lock in place. They're just a mess. Like they did 3 different carpal tunnel release type of surgeries on this. You kind of see the scar there. And the first one worked great, and then it got like something went wrong, got infected, and just like went to hell. But then they're finally on the third one able to fix it, but it's far from great. I have very little feeling in this hand, so even though I can close it pretty good now, the dexterity, because I can't feel anything. So like to try to hold a paintbrush or a palette knife or any of that stuff, I just can't grip anything. I drop stuff constantly, and it's also just very painful. So it is what it is, though. You know, that's why I just pivoted and started doing the channel, because I'm a big believer in just don't worry about what you can't do. Just do what you can. So always be productive in some way, because you're only here one time, and you know you only got one life to try to get as much done and do as make an impact or serve a purpose so your life has meaning. I don't know who Lori Fields is. Huh. That's weird that I don't recognize her name. Rauschenberg. Yeah, Rauschenberg is one of my biggest influences. Yeah. MM McLeod, that's exactly what it's like with me. When I wake up in the morning, my hands are kind of like this, and so I have to pop them, run hot water over them, and kind of massage them, especially this hand, so that I can start to use it. But it isn't until like later in the day, like now, where I've taken a whole bunch of medications and stuff too, that I can mostly use the rest of this fingers without it being excruciatingly painful. But I'm also on numerous things to help with pain. So, but it's whatever. I don't like to be that guy. I'm not trying to be that woe is me dude. I hate that shit. Like that is not me at all. So I went and saw Indiana Jones last night, and it's not horror, but since we're doing a podcast talking about art, or a podcast live stream talking about whatever, I think you guys will enjoy Indiana Jones. It was so much fun. I loved it. It's not a perfect movie, and I don't think it should be compared to the originals because those are classics. But even those, like I think we look at a lot of older movies that are classics that we grew up with. We kind of look at them through colored glasses. You know what I mean? We don't really see them for what they really are. Not at least not all the way. And I think, unfortunately, you've seen a lot of reviewers and whatever talking shit about this new Indiana Jones, and it's a lot of it's to do with that, because those movies weren't perfect either, but we grew up with them and we love them, so we accept any flaws, and then the flaws become charm, and we actually are glad that they have those flaws. We appreciate those flaws, right? Well, I feel like that's this movie. The core of this movie is so fun, and it has such a good heart to it, and like the characters are lovable. It's got a lot of that same Indiana charm. Like, just go in and enjoy it for what it is, and don't tear it apart for what it's not. It's like Harrison Ford is fucking old, dude. He cannot do all this crazy shit, and he still does quite a bit considering how old he is. and still has a lot of wit and a lot of humor and does a pretty awesome job. But you just got to go into this knowing that this is his swan song. This is his love letter, his goodbye to the fans, and embrace it and enjoy it for that. Like, it drives me crazy, these reviews I'm seeing over about this movie. I'm like, I was expecting a train wreck, and I had such a nice time with it. It's not an all-time best kind of movie. It's not even trying to be that. It's just like I said, it's like a saying goodbye to the fans of Indiana Jones. Like, I think it's great, but I also think it's one that if you're a fan of like action movies, big action movies, whatever, you got to see this one in theaters. It's not like at home; it just won't have that same impact. It'll still be fun, but it just won't have that same impact. If you smoke, hell yeah! The Boogeyman ordered a Ghost Pirate shirt. The thing about the shirts too is the front has the logo, but the way they're displayed, it pisses me off. It doesn't show that the back of them says horror can be fun. And so if I set it to display that, then you don't see the logo. So it's hard to display it. And people don't realize, they just see it on the thing and they don't realize that it's got two sides. They're two-sided shirts. So looks like there's more people on now. Just to let everybody know, I'm trying to raise money to go to Ferndale, California and see where they filmed Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. And I want to take you guys along with me. I'm going to do lives from down there. I'm going to shoot my weekly video from there, my list video from there, and show you as much as I can and do as much as I can. So I'm trying to raise money. I am pretty close to being able to do it. I should be able to definitely go on this trip. So now it's a matter of just being able to eat okay and maybe go to a cool place to show you guys some cool food stuff. But more importantly, hopefully be able to stay a second night. So I need to raise like another 100, maybe 200 to make sure this trip happens. But today is the last day if you want to donate towards it, because YouTube basically cuts my check at the end of today. So at the end of today, whatever I've made on the channel is what'll go into that next check. And the plan is to take that next check and go to Ferndale at the end of this month. So end of July. And I'm not trying to beg for money, and I'm not trying to be repetitive and talk about this over and over. I just want to let you guys know it's something that is really important to me. And the other day, a bunch of people sent, put money towards it. So they got me like 90% there. I'm pretty much there. I just would like it to be just, if we can just come up with another like $200, it'll be the kind of trip that I envision for sure. But if we don't, whatever, I'll find a way. I'm going to make it happen. Like, I'll work with what I got, because I think this is just such a cool thing, because the factory that's in Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, the Silver Shamrock factory, it's all brick. Let me pull it up so you guys can see it. But it's all brick. And it's really starting to crumble down, like really bad. Like, actually, let me show you guys this. This is even better. So my friend Boogeyman Ben did a video the other day. So let's pull his up. He went down there, and after seeing his video, I'm like, I have to go before it's too late, before this place, before it completely crumbles down.
It's still there, guys.
You guys hear this?
But it's in bad shape.
You see it right there?
Wow.
This is where I want to go.
Poor building.
But there's also the gas station that was in the movie. There is also, I believe, the hotel that was in the movie. But I don't think it's a hotel anymore. I forget what it is. But yeah, I mean, look at
Man coming round the
down it
bend.
is?
This boogeyman Ben. This boogeyman Ben.
Hey, fellow Fright Fiends, it's your buddy Boogeyman Ben. I'm in Lolita.
But definitely go check
And
his channel out, guys.
The factory is still here. It is in bad shape, though, man.
Question: I like Phoebe Waller-Bridge
It's still here.
character in Indigo.
So all the rumors that it's been torn down are wrong.
I
Still here.
really
Can't
like
go up
her
to
in
it. There's
it,
a fence
but
around it.
by the end,
But
she has this interesting character
wanted to showcase
character arc where
it is
she's
still there.
pretty much a shithead in the beginning of
yeah,
it, and slowly becomes
I was blown.
something that
away
you want
seeing
to
that building is still there.
someone you want to root for. Hold on, that's you're going to be getting all this feedback.
Because I've been hearing on friends of mine, like my friend Brian Henderson from Forever Midnight, telling me that the building was demolished. It's not. It's still there. It is not in good shape, as you can see from this video footage. My friend Sandy told me there was a security guard that was supposed to be out there, but I didn't see a security guard anywhere. But it is blocked. You can't walk next to the building like I was able to do the last 2 times I was there. But yeah, it was just a trip being there. It was very desolate. There wasn't a lot of cars around. And I don't know what the plans are for that building. I just know that my friend told me, my friend Sandy, who is a photographer in the area, she's sort of kept me up to date on what's been going on. She sent me like a newspaper article earlier this year when, the whole plan was that they were going to
none of my devices.
but then they found out that
My technology is not wanting to work
that.
today.
So I think what they're trying to do now is restore it in some capacity or do something with it because it's a huge piece of property.
Yes.
But yeah, it's slowly falling apart and there's more debris on the ground. There's more pieces of brick, which I was lucky enough to grab a few pieces of. So these were actually outside of the barricade. That's why I was able to get them. This one piece was actually close to I was able to reach in and grab it. I didn't hop the barrier.
Yeah, it's
grab
all
anything.
fenced
These
off,
are
so I
all
can't
within
go
reach.
really in there. But
So yeah, I was able to get these. So I got
I still
6
want to get
pieces of
footage
brick
of it, and
cement
because
from
like
the
how he
building.
got some pieces of
I'm
brick,
very
like I
happy
really
to
want a
have
red
these,
piece of brick like that.
again,
Like
this is
that is a
for me, it's movie
dream.
history,
I want
and
so bad to put
it's
that
so
on the
crazy
set
how close
somewhere.
Ferndale and Lolita are to each other. They're literally an exit away if you're on the freeway. But I found an easier way to get into it. So when you come into Ferndale, you actually come into Fern Bridge and then you cross the Fern Bridge.
Super chat should be on.
But if you go back across the bridge and turn left,
But
and go
also,
up the
if you
road a
send
little
me
bit,
money
there's a
through
sign that
Bit
says
on
Lolita,
PayPal, I get
and when you
more
turn on that
of.
street you're on, Eel River.
I get quite a bit more of it anyway, because YouTube takes like what is it, 30, 40%, I think, of anything you send me through YouTube. But if you send it through Venmo or PayPal, I get pretty much all of it. So if you're not seeing that,
if you stay on that street, it's gonna
so
lead you
Ralph
right to
just
where
sent
the
me
motel is.
$20.
So
Thank
that's
you
what I did.
so much, Ralph.
That's why
You are the
I have
man.
this footage of the motel.
So that's $60 of the 200 that was the goal of mine to get to. So yeah, we're getting close or closer. But no matter what, like, I'll work with what we got. I'm gonna go. Like, I'm gonna find a way to make this happen. Beg, borrow, and steal, but I'm not gonna beg, borrow. You know what I mean. Make sure you don't scratch your initials into the building. No, I'm not gonna deface anything. That's not my style. If anything, I just want to preserve this place.
At that point, I drove around,
and by doing
that was something I
video and stuff from there, it helps
to see, like,
to spread the word and get people going out there and giving it love, and hopefully that means they'll put money into it and restore it instead of tearing it down.
I rounded this corner again, went up Lolita Drive, and there was the factory in all of its glory.
So, but anyway,
yeah, it was
definitely go
heartbreaking
and check
exciting
out
at the same time.
the rest of his video. But he does tons of like location videos all the time, and I love it. Like he finds different, like his video today was some stuff, like some locations of Salem's Lot that he's in search of. So that's what I was saying. I think there might be some Salem's Lot locations down in that area that I might be able to go to as well. Like I don't know. I got to look into like where everything is at. He's going to send me like a breakdown of all the different, best places to go to down there. So, but either way, I'm so excited. I never go anywhere. Like I can't even remember the last time I had a trip and really went anywhere. Like, other than a couple cool things locally. Like I never travel. I went to San Diego with my sisters to see my nephew. I guess that was a few months ago, but that wasn't like, I've never done anything channel related. And that's really what I want to do. I want to, like, for me, it's work, but it also is the culmination of like this dream that I had 3 years ago when I first started doing this. I was literally laying in bed in 2020, couldn't do my art, couldn't stop throwing up because there was something going on with my stomach, and I couldn't do anything. And all I had was my phone, and I was watching horror movies and seeing so many people that were sitting home like me, and I wanted to help however I could. I saw all these celebrities doing different things to entertain people and this and that. And I was like, man, I'm not a celebrity, but I want to be able to help in some way. I don't have money. I can't leave the house to go help anybody. And so I started coming up with the list, the different list that like, 3 or 4 people would watch every week. But I've uploaded at least one video every week for basically 3 years now. And I've been sick. Like there's so many things. So many obstacles, like tech problems, but I've not missed an upload, knock on wood. And it's something I'm actually really proud of because it's taken a ton of work and a ton of commitment. But you guys have now, like, it's like I feel like I've been pushing it up this hill, and now it's at the hill, like at the top of the hill, and you guys are just like, oh, let us help you. Let us handle it from here, and just poof, pushing it over. And so this trip is kind of like it feels like the celebration of that in a lot of ways, I think something positive can always come from something negative. It's just about, like, I always talk about this, work with what you have and don't worry about what you don't. Because if you sit there dwelling and worrying about what you don't have, like say you want to make a YouTube channel, right? But you're like, I don't have a computer. I don't have lights like Kanan. I don't know how to talk in front of a camera. Like there's all these things, right? Because that's how I was. You're going to be overwhelmed and you just won't do it. But if you look at it from the other side, what do I have? And that's what I did. It wasn't easy. It's not like I would just one day was like, oh, I have all these answers. I didn't. I still don't. But it was literally just like, what do I have? I literally have my phone and that's it. And so it started there. I was able to record these videos. I was watch the movies on the phone, then record the videos, downloaded the software, free software I could find on my phone, and started editing and making these videos. And they were really bad in the beginning, really bad for a long time. And then little by little, I'd have a few dollars I could spend here and there. And I started out with this really shitty little microphone that I could connect into the phone. And then I just built it from there. And I still don't have like the greatest setup, but you always keep working at it and making it better and better and better. And that's why, like, I just spent $25 a month for this new software so that I could go live and it could look better and be a more stable connection. And I could read all of your guys' comments more and all this stuff. And so, like, you just always pick at making it better. It's like I'm always learning, always trying to make things better and better. But I never dwell on what I don't have, because if I do that, then I become stagnant and I stop and I'm not getting anything done anymore. And so, like, to me, that's how you make a positive out of a negative, is just don't dwell on the negative. Don't think about what you don't have, because you will be overwhelmed. Instead, just try to figure out, do I have anything? Do I have anything that I can do? And then just build from that. And yet, honestly, I think that can be applied to like any aspect of life. It's kind of how I'm looking at my health right now. Instead of worrying about, because I have a huge laundry list of doctor's appointments and things I need to get done, procedures, medications, like tons and tons and tons of stuff, right? But instead, I'm just trying to compartmentalize it and be like, okay, what do I have? Well, in this case, I can try to eat better. Like that's the one thing I can do to try to make my health better. Listen to the doctors and then just eat better and build from there. When I can start walking or when I can start swimming or whatever, once my foot's better, I can start swimming. Then I can add that, or whatever. So I don't know. But that's just kind of my outlook on things. It's not like a perfect way of looking at it, but it serves me well. Oh, I love Linnea Quigley. I will always have a crush on that beautiful woman. I never drooled over Jamie Lee Curtis, and I don't know. It's funny. I don't judge anybody that was like super attracted to her, but it's funny. I never had a crush on Jamie Lee Curtis for some reason. James Hughes, that's really what's changed everything for me is when I did my art and I did my music, I was serving myself. I was making the art and making the things that I wanted to, that I needed to create, that I needed to get out of me. And it was all self-serving. It was just like a bonus if people enjoyed it. It was a bonus if anybody got anything out of it, right? But the channel, this has completely changed my life because it's totally a role reversal. This is not about me. It's about you guys. It's about me finding movies for you guys to watch. It's about entertaining you guys and together making this really awesome thing and having fun. And, so like all of this from day one has been about how can I make something that is going to help people in some way, entertain them, make them less bored, like whatever I can contribute. That's all this is about. And it literally it's changed my life. It's given me purpose, which is kind of all what I've always been in search of and just didn't realize it. Yeah, I'm really struggling with the food part because I just don't really know a lot about diet. I'm a really picky eater. But then with diabetes, there's a lot of things you're not supposed to eat. I've never been able to really get my head around vegetables. So like the one thing I've been on for the last week or so is I'm making these turkey wraps. And so it's deli turkey, cream cheese. I'm trying not to put too much, but it's on a tomato flat, or what do you call it? A wrap, the tortilla wrap thing. And then I put red onions, avocado, tomato slices or diced up tomatoes, and then I feel like and then a spring mix, a bunch of spring mix, so it's like spinach and baby greens and whatever, and I put all that in and wrap it up and eat that, and it's pretty damn good, but it also is a pretty balanced. And then sometimes I'll have some hummus and pita, like heated up pita, have that with it. But yeah, I've been eating that. But like my struggle is finding, like more than one or two meals that I don't get bored of. Because like that, I have that one meal a day that is pretty balanced. But then my other meals, I'm like, okay, well, what else do I eat? And and like if I feel snacky, like what do I eat? So like for dessert, I got my yogurt, my Greek yogurt, and some strawberries and some graham crackers. And then I have like for a snack, I have some Ritz crackers, some sliced up cheese, and some turkey slices as like a meal / snack for later. But yeah, just trying to find more meals. Like I eat rotisserie chicken and rice, but I'm just not a cooker, but also I can't be on my feet for that long. Yeah, not even in that movie when she was exercising. I honestly did not find her very attractive at all in that movie. I'm too young, just barely, to really find that 80s workout clothing hot. I never, it's hard to even explain. I just am a little bit too young because like 80s stuff, a lot of that just missed me by just like a tiny bit. So like the 90s and 2000s is when I was more getting into, like being a teenager and dating and my, being attracted to, it's like that early 90s into the 2000s era. Michelle McLeod, yes. She just sent 1267 for a lunch on my trip. You're awesome. Like that's the best. I love that. Like if you send me money and you even say what it's for, like that's just even more fun. That's super awesome. Thank you. It just feels so good, guys. It really does. Yeah, I love hummus. I love Greek food, but it's so damn expensive. Like that's a place I would like to go eat more is like Greek restaurants or like pita and like falafel and euros and stuff like that. Like I love that stuff, but they're so expensive. But I swear, like the cheapest you can eat out anywhere now is like $20. And like that's pretty much my only reason to get out of the house like once a day. So I generally once a day go out and eat somewhere. Like so like today I went to Panera. Sometimes I go to In-N-Out. Like for a while I was going to In-N-Out every single day because I can eat there for like $11. Bye, Phil. Bye, McLeod. McLeod. Thank you so much. You guys are the best. I'm not saying I didn't think she was pretty. Like I never thought like Jamie Lee Curtis is ugly. I'm just saying she wasn't like someone I had a crush on. She wasn't like someone I was like, oh my God, Jamie Lee Curtis. Like the hottest she was in my memory was when she was in the scene with Arnold and oh shit, that movie. That action movie. Why am I spacing on the name of that movie? But that scene where she's doing the strip tease, she was pretty fucking hot in that scene. But that's the only time I remember going, all right, damn, she's a hottie. Catherine, the PayPal is right there on the bottom of the screen. So that's the PayPal, and then that's the Venmo. True Lies, thank you. I knew you guys would come through. Like everybody's all True Lies, True Lies, True Lies. Should be True Lies, you fucking dumbass, like forgetful old man. Yeah, she was fucking hot in that. But like I said, yeah, or yeah, I mean it's not like I ever thought she was like unattractive. I just didn't have a crush on her. Yeah, my mom is a diabetic, or was. I actually not even sure if my parents are alive still or whatnot. But anyway, my mom was a type 1 diabetic like me. And then my grandpa on my dad's side is as well. So it was like I had it from both sides. There was no question I was getting diabetes. But they didn't even diagnose me until I was in my early 20s. And they believe I'd had it my whole life. They were like, some of them were even amazed that I was still alive. Like my blood sugar was at like 900 when I went into the ER. Never eat whole grain bread, clear soda, or dark colas. Use sulfuric acid, or I don't even know how to pronounce that. I never found her hot either. Holy crap. I don't know what that holy crap is, James. Oh, I know. I'm so excited to put that fog poster up. I just don't know where to put them. I got to rearrange stuff because I love these posters. They're so amazing. I know the Creature in the Black Lagoon one is for sure going to go on the set, on the main set. That's going to be the next poster up there. But it's perfect one for like summertime. Creature in the Black Lagoons. Hey, well, I have you guys on here. I think this weekend I'm going to get my nails redone. What color should I do? Hi, Diane. Oh, yeah, 900. Yeah, I know. Like, they thought I should have been dead. I felt fine. I didn't even think anything was wrong. The reason I went is because I had all these crazy bumps all over my body all of a sudden. I didn't know what they were from. And it turns out they were called fatty deposits, lipid deposits. And it's basically my cholesterol was so high that it started spitting it out of my pores because it was just so much in me. It was clogging up my system or whatever. And so that's why I went in and it was like, what is this? And they're like, holy shit, you're diabetic. And then they tested, blood sugar, and the rest is history. But yeah. So I've been on insulin ever since. And that was when I was like 20. So that's 21 years ago, I think now. Yeah, I'm trying to do the lives more often so that way everybody can kind of hang out, because some of the lives will get like 100 people and some of them we only get like, like this 30 to 40. But it's cool that at least everybody kind of gets a chance to hang out and talk with each other as well as me. Yeah, I always go brighter. Well, it depends on my mood. Because like right now, I'm trying to stay up and happy like it's summertime, but I'm stuck in the house with this boot and whatnot. Can't go swimming and this and that. And it's hot as fuck. Like the summer finally hit in the Sacramento area. It's like yesterday was the high 90s. Now it's 100 today or damn close. Let's see, did we break 100? Yeah, 103 right now. Like it is miserable. And it's going to be like that all week. Yeah, like basically it's going to be 100 till Tuesday, and then it's still going to be in the high 90s. But yeah, it's going to be over 100, 108 on 4th of July, right? Or no, on Sunday, 108. Ugh. But anyway, so I'm trying to stay in that summer mode. So that's why I went with like the bright blue this time or last time. So I'm thinking of going something bright again to kind of keep that summer vibe going and keep me feeling happy and like up, Yeah, the only problem I have with smaller chats is not the amount of people, it's more of YouTube. Like today, they're just not helping the channel. I don't know what's going on. And I don't know. It's silly because it's one of those things that always just goes in cycles. And I swear I should by now not be stressed about it, but I always get stressed every time and it's stupid. Oh, this whole time I've been covering the Snake Plissken poster. That's not okay. Ultramarine blue. That's kind of what you're saying more of a green blue. Yeah, I think that's actually a good idea. I know I was thinking neon green for the next one too. I just don't know if they have a good neon green, but I was thinking about neon green. So I think I'll probably end up going in one of those two directions, either like the ultramarine, like turquoise blue, or a neon green. Oh, that sounds awesome. Gunmetal with rose gold. Dude, that sounds so nice. I like everything, but I'm definitely a metal guy. I listen to a lot of metal. But Depending on the mood I'm at. I mean, I'm one of those moody ass fucking people, you know. So depending on the mood I'm in, but like I listen to like some pop, but more of the like edgy pop, I guess. I listen to kind of like everything. I have like I shared my Spotify playlist last year, and people were like kind of laughing at me because it's like so all over the place. But like in the last minute or so, I have to my liked stuff. I've added a Cypress Hill song, a Logic song, an Architect song, a Bring Me the Horizons, Tove Love, Swaco, Lamb of God, Electric Callboy, Queen's Right, Breaking Benjamins, Pantera, Nothing More, Eminem, Asking Alexandra, Our Lady Peace, Sleep Token. Sleep Token is a band I'm like in love with right now. Typo Negative, the Beach Boys, Bad Omens is another band I'm really digging right now. Miley Cyrus, Tala, which is like a brand new band, but are heavy as fuck, really cool metal band. Gorillaz song, Fleetwood Mac, Depeche Mode, Kim Dracula is another up and coming artist that's fucking awesome. Dr. Dre, Eminem, Fleetwood Mac, Adam Lambert, Flock of Seagulls, Snoop Dogg, Kid Cudi, Eminem, Youngblood, Machine Gun Kelly, Lady Gaga, Ellie Goulding, Kesha, 3 Days Grace, Poppy, who I fucking love. I love Poppy. Ginger, which is another amazing metal band with like a female lead singer that's just fucking killing it. What's that? There's another band that's like one of my favorites right now. Kamara. I really like Swaco. Mushroom Head. A Day to Remember, or Darko US is fucking so heavy. Toad the Wet Sprocket is one of my favorite bands of all time. Love them. Mr. Doctor, Brother Lynch Hung, Hobson, Papa Roach, Paramore, 303, Asking Alexandra, Spirit Box. And I'll end there, but Spirit Box is like one of my favorite bands that I've discovered in the last year. Like, I love that band. They're so good. Yeah, exactly what Leslie said. She is fucking like super hot and gorgeous, but has the most powerful fucking savage voice. Here, let's listen to this shit for a second. Probably won't be able to play it for that long because
recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce.
Second. Yeah, I gotta stop it there. Otherwise, they're gonna turn off the stream. But yeah, see what I mean? Like, if you, I don't. A lot of you probably already heard of them, but so fucking good. Like, that's actually her. Who was in court for federal obscenity in the 80s? I love Toad the Wet Sprocket. They're like one of my all-time favorite bands. They make such beautiful music. Were I female, she would definitely make me gay, super gay. Yeah. Well, I'm a guy, so luckily I don't have to worry about being gay or whatever. Although I don't know, I guess I wouldn't worry about being gay, but at least I like to think I wouldn't have to worry about being gay. But you just never know, like, what it would feel like. So I always try to sympathize with people like that, you know, that have a different role in life, you know, and have something like that, and then having to deal with a bunch of bullshit from people that don't embrace it and accept it. Yeah, I really enjoy Radiohead too. Oh, love David Bowie. Like I was just reading off like what I've recently added. Like I have tons and tons and tons and tons of other bands. I don't think it might have been a Monty Python sketch. I don't have that good of a memory to remember. Oh, Love Tool. I don't have a good enough memory to remember the names of all of the Monty Python sketches. Oh, someone. What's a good movie to watch tonight? Can we have a watch party? Watch parties are Monday night. So Monday night, we're gonna be watching Insidious 2. So it's free. Anybody that wants can join in. You just gotta go over to Discord, 6 p.m. Pacific time on Monday night. We'll all be over there doing the watch party. So just go over there at like 5:30, 6 o'clock is when we'll start. But you'll see us. You'll see us all over there. We're in a room that says movie night. So just literally go into the movie night feed. But it's free. There's no password. Like for a while, I had it where it was only patrons and channel members. Just so I was trying to, for the first one, just trying to get the hang of it. But now it's just open for everybody. My friend is the drummer of, or at least for a while, Oshino. I don't know if he might not be in Oshino anymore. But he was the drummer for a long time. His name's Andrew. He's fucking one of the most amazing drummers I've ever known. But he's been like the hired hand sort of thing for like a lot of fucking crazy ass metal bands. Yeah, I know a lot of the metal guys, especially ones that are like 30 and older, because like, you know, I was around all of them. I played shows with a lot of the guys back in the day that have now gone on to do different things. Like they're fucking insane, man. Oshino is like incredible. What's a good movie to recommend, Diane, though? Last Drive-In with Joe Bach Briggs is on Shudder tonight, right? You should be in a little bit at 6. So I'm belling at 6 to watch that. I don't know what movies, like that's the fun of it. It's always a surprise. But if you have Shudder, just click on Shudder TV. If he's not, I'm going to be bummed because I've been looking forward to that all day. Because I believe they were supposed to be back last week and this week. Like this week and for the next couple weeks, I think. Dude, maybe not. Damn it. Were they only back for that one last week? Does anybody know if The Last Drive-In is on tonight or not? Yeah, The Last Drive-In is on tonight. Sweet. And then Shudder also added the new Children of the Corn that I did a seething review on. I thought it was really not very good, to be nice about it. Oh, I thought you were off work, Diane, because it starts in 20 minutes. Yeah, my first concert was Trent Reznor and Marilyn Manson and the Jim Rose Circus. That was my first concert in like 1995, 96. Yeah, Trent Reznor is an incredible musician. His soundtrack, like he's worked on so many different projects and done things that a lot of people don't even realize were him. But yeah, Trent Reznor is like seriously one of the greatest musicians ever. He's amazing. It's horrible. Like, go into the new Children of the Corn expecting to watch one of the worst movies you've ever seen. And then that way, if you're at least a little entertained or whatever, you come out being like, yeah, it wasn't that bad. Then you won't be disappointed. Because I guarantee you, if you go into it expecting a good movie, you're going to be disappointed. Like, it's got a lot of problems. I did find some things about it that I thought were cool. Like, it wasn't like the worst movie ever, but if I were to make the worst of 2023 list right now, it would definitely be on it. It's not at the top, but it would definitely be on it. Dude, that's amazing to have Kiss as your first concert. I've never seen Kiss. I've always wanted to see them, but their concerts have been so expensive for so long. You know, there's like a lot of bands I'd love to go see, but they're just concert prices are fucking insane. Adam Ant, hell yeah, and NXS, that's fucking rad. That would have been a great show too. Fuck yeah, I love Deathlock, man. So rad. Yeah, Everybody Hurts, the Johnny Cash cover. Is that what you're talking about? I love that cover too. Or not Everybody Hurts, it's Hurt. Dude, that's awesome, man. Huey Lewis in the News. Dude, I love Huey Lewis in the News. On top of that, the whole connection to American Psycho. Dude, I love Kenny Rogers. Why would you be embarrassed to see Kenny Rogers, man? Like, dude, Islands in the Street. I mean, seriously, Kenny Rogers is amazing. The Gambler. Yeah, Everybody Hurts is REM. I know. The song is just Hurt. I can't say that I'm big on Barry Manilow. I honestly can't think of any. I know I've heard him, but I don't remember like any of his stuff. Yeah, Motorhead and Wu-Tang. Hell yeah. You don't want to know. Man, I love Duran Duran. I have their best of. I jam on that all the time. The 13-year-old, no less, my birthday. Best concert I ever went to. Kenny Wayne Shepherd. I've heard that. I mean, dude, that's an incredible lineup. Steve Vai and Kenny. Holy shit. And Satriani. Damn, dude. Yeah, I actually really like John Denver as well. I literally like everything. Like there's there's not that many, especially types of music. I don't really know if there's any type of music I don't like. There's just certain artists that I don't get as into. I don't like as much. Dude, I bet Barry Manilow is great live. Hurt your metal street card. That's fucking cool, man. I've always heard Alice Cooper is just like an amazing guy. I've seen Metallica quite a few times. I actually saw Metallica in the parking lot of a Tower Records. It was an impromptu show. Like nobody knew about it. And then their local rock station got word that they were going to be pulling up in a semi, and literally the sides of the semi would fall away and it was going to be a stage, and they were just going to play this impromptu show for their release of the album Load. And they called, or like I knew some people with the rock station because of my music or whatever, and they hit me up and a bunch of other people were like, dude, get out there. And so like we were out there waiting in the parking lot, and like people were looking at us all weird, like, what are you guys doing here, sitting here in the middle of a parking lot on lawn chairs? And then all of a sudden these fucking huge semi rolls up. And sure enough, and we were like, it's middle of summer, super hot in Sacramento. And we were thinking like, dude, are they pulling our leg? Because we were there for a minute. And then all of a sudden, sure enough, there's a semi. And by the time they had like set up, which was only like maybe a half hour, there was like thousands of people in this fucking parking lot. It was insane. And like, it's something that legally, I don't even know how they got away with it. It was so fucking cool. But yeah, I've seen Metallica a bunch of times. They are a great live band. I'm not a big Metallica fan, but they are a really great, I got to give it to them. They are a great live band. Like they genuinely care about their fans, and they genuinely every show give it all they have. Like that's how Pantera was. Like no matter how fucked up, Phil could be drunk, they could be high on whatever, and they would always come out and do an amazing performance. Like Pantera was incredible. I saw them maybe 5 or 6 times, I think. Pantera was just unbelievable live. Ooh, I bet Weird Al is fun in concert. I saw Blink 182 at the fair here as well. This California State Fair. That's funny. I've played a lot of concerts myself. I've played at the state fair. I've played at a couple of fairs. It's pretty cool. Although if you don't have a good crowd of people that know who you are, the crowd fair or the crowd at the fair gets weird, man, when you're playing metal. There's like, who the fuck is this band? Especially as heavy as the bands were that I was in. Oh, speaking of which, I showed you guys my video the other day, but I found some of Mahala, some of our music. Check this out. So let's go with Spit Blood. This is me singing if you don't know. Beside the pine, revile the truth. Connect with what you speak. From out your mouth, spit blood. Spit your blood. Oh, my throat was used to it. It didn't hurt at all. Like once I got conditioned. Everybody got done anything just a why. Everything went on your way. I love Electric Callboy, dude.
Step up, 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 step up. Break it, yes. Break it, broken, yes. Break it, yes. Breaking your neck. All I am coming out. It's on this timeline. We hire the tool. Breaking it will want you straight.
So anyway, so that was one of Metallica. That was one of Mahala's songs. So there's like I think 9 songs out there. If you want to, if anybody, or 8 songs, if anybody wants to go check them out. But yeah, this one was me singing a little more. This is probably my favorite song that we did. Yeah, I love Al Jurgensen Ministry. Grew up with him. I'm a big Sepultura fan too. And Machine Head. Those are like 2 of my absolute favorite bands. Hi, Amy. Enjoy. I love that movie. I hope you enjoy it. I've seen Machine Head a lot of times. At Rob. What up, David?
Raise our eyes to the sky. Fade away what they say. Prison walls, blood escapes. If I could, no I would. Suffer the end, rage inside. Suffer the end, rage inside. Take it away from this place. Yours. Yes.
Okay, this is my favorite part coming up. Oh, not yet. The next part. Bridge. Yeah, I've been on for over 2 hours now. No, just 5 hours.
Save my eyes from the sky. Break the war. Torn away. yourself. Every fucking day. Suppress the air. Rage inside. Suppress the air.
You're
Rage
mosking.
inside. Can't get away from this place. Raise your
This part. Listen to this. Listen to this yell. Isn't that cool? I've always been really proud of that.
It's alright to the sky. They away what they say. Prison walls, not escapes. If I could, no I would. Suppress the air, reach inside. Suppress the air, reach inside. Can't get away from this place.
It's weird listening to this shit. I haven't listened to it in quite a while. So I appreciate you guys being patient and listening to my old shit. Roses are dead, violets are rotten. I'm one crazy boogeyman, or have you forgotten? I hope those drugs are working okay for you, the boogeyman. He just had surgery, so everybody send him positive energies that hopefully he heals quickly. He had a really similar procedure to what I just had, where I had the pain stimulator put into my back. He's got it up in his shoulder, or I think the leads are in his shoulder, but either way. I'm just surprised you guys are not being like everybody leaving when I playing my shit like that. Like, you know, because I know it's not for everyone, but I'm just trying to share with you guys too, like who I am and my history. So like when I think of something, I'm like, hey, you know, check this out. Who is this? That was my old band, Mahala. That was me singing. I was the singer, and then I helped write. I can't really play any instruments, but I definitely helped write all the songs. Did any of you guys see the movie Boogeyman? Well, I love you guys too, so thank you. That means a lot. Yeah, this community is everything, man. I mean, it's so important to me. Holy shit. Let's see. I got another $30 towards the trip from, is there not a name? Oh, Afterlife Creations. And just says, have a blast. So I don't know if you're on here still, but thank you so much for that. I'm like less than 100 away at this point from being able to do exactly what I want to do on the trip, which means, you know, even if we don't get any other donations, there should be no problem, at least in going. And then depending on how good of prices I can get for a room, getting that second night. So either way, I'm going to go and give you guys everything I got, try to give you guys really fun content and find out what I can, like maybe like try to talk to some locals. Like, I don't know. I'll probably do a lot of it on lives, like, because I'm going to be by myself. So I'll be feeling kind of lonely and shit and weird too. And if you're walking around with a recording device and a microphone, it really helps people open up too and talk to you. So I think I'll probably do a lot of it from the lives, like I did with the Sinister Creature Con. So I'll try to let you guys know in advance of when I'm going to be there and what times I'm going to do lives. And just, I'll probably pop in quite often with lives, even if it's just for a little bit at a time, just kind of giving you guys updates on what's going on, just so I don't feel so fucking lonely. But I can't wait. I'm like so excited. Like I get goosebumps thinking about it. I've literally never done anything like this ever. Like I can't even remember the last time I went on a trip by myself. Oh, in 2020, I went to Reno, which is about an hour and a half, 2 hours from where I live. I went to Reno because everything was closed in California. So I went to Reno because the movie theaters were open there, and stayed one night in a hotel, or 2 nights. No, I think just one night in a hotel, and got to watch a movie. I saw Inception, or no, not Inception. It was what was that movie where time is like backwards and forwards at the same time? Is it? No, it's not Inception. It's the same guy that did Inception though. I'm sure I'm blanking on. I'm sure you guys know what movie it is. But anyway, I saw that movie because that was like the only big movie that summer in 2020 that was out, and it was only at the drive-ins and then a couple theaters across the country that were open. So that was a big fucking deal. That probably saved my life doing that little trip in 2020, because I was really struggling mentally. Because I was like just me and my sister in our little apartment, and we lived at the time in a really bad place. But then she worked her ass off and was able to get us into this nicer apartment. And that's part of why I'm working. Tenant, thank you. That's why I'm trying so hard too, because I want to be able to start helping her pay rent and like contribute to life, because she basically supports me like a fucking parent. And like, you know, I'm in my 40s, man. That makes me feel really shitty. You know, but she really believes in me and believes in this community. You know, like she doesn't comment a lot, and she's not in the, like, you don't see her saying stuff a lot, but she watches almost all my videos and my lives and stuff. She knows who you guys are, and like she's definitely a part of this community as well. Just kind of more of the shyer type behind the scenes. So, but if she does, you'll see her. It's Arvada. If she comments, you'll see Arvada. But I don't think she's watching this right now. She's at work. But yeah, that's my next goal. Like after this trip, it's still a work in progress, but my next goal is to go to a con somewhere outside of Sacramento. There is another Sinister Creature Con here in Sacramento in like October. So I plan to go to that, but I really want to go to, I don't know how I can afford it yet or what, but the goal is like maybe in October to go somewhere outside of where I live. Like, you know, maybe drive, or if I'm able to come up with enough, if YouTube starts helping and pushes the channel like they did last year, if they start pushing the channel, then I hopefully can afford to go on, like, you know, fly somewhere, like actually fly to a different city and go to a con or some horror thing somewhere, like maybe even just SoCal, because they have tons of crazy cool shit in October down in LA area. So one way or the other, I'm gonna do something, even if it's just here in Sacramento. I'm gonna give you guys as much fun content as I can in October. Like I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited to like do I have like Halloween type of lighting and decorations. Every year I do the set in more of a Halloween vibe. The only times I really change the setup is for Halloween and Christmas. I change like the props and the colors, whatever, to give it more of that festive feel. So I can't wait. I'm going to do some costumes and makeup designs and just some fun, cool shit in October. Yeah, my sister's super proud of me, and like I don't know. I never really know how to handle that kind of stuff. Like even when you guys are telling me like you're awesome, like we love what you're doing or whatever, you guys are saying, like it's always weird for me to take compliments, because like I just tell people I just do stuff, you know. I'm just trying to help people, and I'm just working and trying to make the best thing I can. You know, but I don't really feel like I'm anything special. I'm just just working, trying to do something, you know. And so like she tells me how proud she is of me all the time, and it's, you know, like it feels really good, but it also makes me feel like awkward because I don't like, you know, how do you respond, you know, to like anything really. Yeah, Shudder, especially this time of year, they start dropping like bigger releases every single week. So like this week they dropped the new Children of the Corn, which is a bummer because that is kind of a big deal, but it's a bummer because it's really not a very good movie. But then like let's see, what was the I can't find it. Oh, there we go. But they dropped Unfriended. It was like last week. Or Unwelcome last week. And then they did Children of the Corn this week. I don't know what they have for next month because they haven't posted that calendar yet, but they always do like really cool stuff every single week, especially in the summertime. So I love Shudder. I'm a big fan of Shudder. So, which they're actually Last Drive-Ins has started. So I'm really enjoying hanging out with you guys, but I think I'm gonna bail so that I can watch the Last Drive-In. Hopefully they do something. Like a lot of people were pissed because last week they did Sharknado. And so a lot of people are pissed. They're like, what the fuck, dude? Sharknado is garbage. I had fun, especially because of the reaction of Joe Bob and Darcy. Like, that's what was fun about it. So, but yeah, I'm going to go because Last Drive-In's on. See, and I need to make some food. I'm getting pretty damn hungry. But if you haven't watched my Netflix video that I dropped today, please go over there and watch it and like it and share it if you can. YouTube is just, I don't know, I'm in one of those cycles. It just happens, I guess, but where they're just not pushing stuff. They're not promoting and they're not letting you guys, the subscribers and stuff, really know that stuff's dropping. So if you can like share them on your Instagram, on your Twitter, on wherever you can, even just telling a friend, that actually makes a big difference because it makes me feel good for one, but for two, any organic growth that comes from not them promoting helps jumpstart the algorithm and helps them, you know, like get going and pushing the channel again. So anyway, I appreciate you guys so much. And if you are going to go and watch The Last Drive-In, go and chat in Discord. I'm down to text and chat over in the Discord with you guys. It's just Ghost Pirate Entertainment over on Discord. And I'm down to chat over there. Or if you want to chat in the Ghost Pirate Entertainment Facebook group, I'm down to chat with you guys there too while I'm watching. Or if you want to just chat with me on Twitter, whatever. Or even if you just want to comment on videos on YouTube, I'll see all of them and I'll reply to questions and whatever as much as I can. So anyways, I appreciate you guys so much. And like always, remember, horror can be fun. And I'll see you guys next time. Remember, on Monday is movie night over on Discord, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I hope to see a bunch of you guys there this week. We're going to watch Insidious Chapter 2 because the new Insidious comes out next week. So anyway, thank you again. Bye, guys.